This is the heart of BMW, the company headquarters, the museum, and the delivery center. Here in Munich, it's a special day for Thomas Klein and his partner. They're picking up their new car here at BMW Welt. It begins with a bit of ceremony. At first, the BMW X5, for which they've waited 6 months, is presented to them visually. Thomas Klein, who's a Lufthansa captain, says it's just as they've imagined it. While Thomas gets a feel for his new car on the driving simulator, the real thing is being raised onto a stage in a glass elevator. The master of ceremonies handles the exchange right down to the smallest detail. Michael Rösner, head of BMW Welt's delivery center, says it's really a staging, and when someone comes down the stairs and sees their vehicle for the first time, their baby as he calls it, then all kinds of feelings well up. And the strategy works. Thomas says the feeling is indescribable. He's never experienced anything like this before. Sabine Meyer, who's a flight attendant, says it's like a wedding. He's waited for his bride, and now the moment is here. All that's missing is the exchange of rings. But first, they get a tour of BMW Welt, designed by Austrian architect Wolf Brix. The current models are displayed in the 25,000 square meter exhibition area and accented with art objects. Time for a quick pick-me-up in one of the 3 restaurants. Then on to the Automobile Museum. Both are especially interested in the traditions of the company that gave birth to their new car. Thomas says he could imagine that looking at the X5 from up here, the hood looks very similar. The BMW 507 from 1955, a car that's long been an inspiration for Karl-Heinz Lange. He worked for BMW as a development engineer for 3 decades. Many of the 100 or so models in the museum bear his unique stamp. Lange says in the old days you had more freedom with the body design, things that would never be permitted today because of safety concerns, pedestrian safety, and this and that. The prototypes in the museum demonstrate this joy of experimentation. The Mille Miglia, for example, combines high-tech with a 40-style body. The newest concept study is called Gina. It's covered by a flexible fabric-like skin that can change shape for various needs. It almost seems as if the shape was inspired by BMW Welt itself. Karl-Heinz Lange says the architecture is somewhat cool, somewhat sober, but when you look at the visitors, you can see how impressive they find it. He says you see it in the glowing faces of the people who drive down the ramp here. And Thomas Klein and his companion are no exception as they drive the long spiral through BMW Welt, putting their very first kilometer on their brand new SUV.